Alright, one of the things I'll be bringing to the Rutherford Street Fair is this extremely, emphasis on the word extremely, rare Braves TBS Superstation Game Boy Pocket. Why do I say it's extremely rare? Well, because as far as I know, I have the only one that's available out there. I'm not saying the only one in existence. That would be ridiculous for me to say. My understanding, here, let me put it in the light for a sec. My understanding is that these were given as promotional items. You had to mail away for them, and you did that, and you just waited, and it would arrive. I don't know if it was through a Nintendo magazine. I really don't know a lot about it because nobody could really tell me anything about it, and the wind was blowing something. And selling this has been quite an annoying experience for me. I bought this sometime last winter. It's in pretty good shape, definitely works. Problem with the buttons there. I'm assuming those could be repaired, but most of the labels are pretty good, you know. Like, it's not corroded on the inside. You can see some scuffs from games going in and out over there. Again, try and find one, you know what I mean? I'm asking, well, I'm telling people $1,000 on it. And I'm going to tell you the whole story behind it because this is actually a very interesting piece. And you know what? It comes with the game that I bought it with, this Ken Griffey game. I just figure I'll keep it together. That's the person who owned it had it together in this. I have it in a protective case. It has nothing to do with anything. You get the case for $1,000. And some Game Boy Pocket Miner. All right, let me tell you the story behind this. The story isn't how I found it because I find stuff this way all the time. Basically, I found this at a flea market. I believe I paid either $15 or $20 for it. It was a long time ago. I don't remember. I have a video saying what I paid for it somewhere that can be found. But the story is what happened after I found this. Now, I have two friends that were helping me with this, right? And what happened was I think I called up my friend and I said, "Hey, I found this Braves TBS Game Boy Pocket. Do you know anything about it?" Because I was at a flea market. I couldn't really do any. Well, I tried to do some research on eBay and with my phone. I had no luck. So anyway, I talked to my friend on the phone, and he says, "Well, let me post this on a game board and see what happens," right? And he does. And immediately, I'm going to say the internet goes wild. Well, that game board did. It basically, this item was like breaking the internet. Someone from France immediately made an offer of $350 for it, and my friend at first was like, "Oh, I don't know, it's probably not a big deal. It's probably only worth like $35." And I was like, "I don't know about that because like a Pokemon Yellow is worth, I don't know, like a Game Boy Pocket is worth about $100 now. So why would this be worth $30, which is right around what a regular one was worth?" But I was like, well, I ain't doing anything with it until I find out more about it. So someone from France offers $350, and my friend's like, "You should take it." I'm like, well, I'm not in a rush to sell. I just got it. It's kind of cool to have it, you know. And what happened was this person thought that my friend was the owner, so he got all pissed off. And then they made a discussion board where they were basically saying how we were nuts, that there's no way it's worth more than that, it's a super generous offer. Again, with no reference other than, my friend had one and he sold it for like a couple $100, right? And actually, I had a friend, his name is Angry Steve, and he told me that he had one that he sold about 10 years ago for $700, right? So what ensued then is I just started to get pissed off, you know, because I could find nothing on it. No information. So I had another friend that I give him stuff to sell. So I said, "You know what? Why don't you put it on eBay and we'll run it to auction for like $1,000, I think, right?" You know, it's been a while since we went through it. If my friends were here, maybe I'll go through the story another time and we'll work out the details and stuff. But I think he put it to auction for $1,000. It didn't sell. So everybody was like, "Oh," laugh and stuff on the board and stuff. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. Because honestly, I don't care. You know, again, I said, as far as I know, I'm the guy that has this. And if you're a serious enough collector and you want it, then money shouldn't matter, right? And to me, money doesn't really matter either. you know what matters? Somebody like being a jerk and trying to make my friend and myself go crazy. So anyway, yeah, my friend's getting all these. We put it in the store, and we were doing prices all over the place, just because people were annoying us. People are going like, "I'll give you 200." I'm like, "I already got offered 350," and the offers just kept going up and up. But we listed it like really high, either between. I think at one point we had it for like 2,000, just because people were bugging us. We kept making the prices higher, and then I think we settled on like, just leave it for $1,000, right? And we were leaving it there, and the offers kept going up and up, and I think the final offer was $750. Meanwhile, the people on the board, they're just like they started several boards just complaining about this, like being nasty, saying a bunch of horrible stuff, and it's just people who basically either wanted it for cheap, or just were like, we're nuts and stuff. So, but anyway, this does exist. It's still out there, and I'm the owner of it, and it's gonna be. And I'm not selling it any other place than in person to someone for cash in hand. Boom, done, just like that. And I'm not selling it on eBay anymore, and I'm going to tell you why in a second, right? So my poor friend is going nuts. Stupid emails. He's all worried about the board. He's monitoring it. They're saying all kinds of crazy stuff, right? And finally, I mean, it's really not fair. I was going to give him a lot of money out of this, for what he did. I was going to, at the time, I was just going to split it with him because he would have had eBay fees and stuff like that, right? And I do a lot of eBay, and I knew people were going to be jerks about it, just because I've had really expensive game stuff before. So anyway, people are being jerks. They're getting more and more stupid emails, and now they're trying to do this deal through. They're trying to do a deal through eBay where they get it for less. And I told my friend, no, don't do that. Stop it, because what'll happen is my friend has many items listed, right? And I said, don't do that, because what's going to happen is, first of all, you don't even know if they're serious. Second of all, they're going to get your account suspended, because eBay is like, they come down like a hammer. You screw around at all, you mess around even the teeniest bit, and they'll just suspend your account. And again, they'll ban you from listing for a while. I have a friend who got banned from eBay permanently. I mean, isn't that ridiculous? He can buy on eBay because eBay will take anybody as a buyer, but as a seller, he's banned permanently. Totally nonsensical to me, but whatever. So anyway, I told him, no, stop talking to this guy, because this guy is going to screw you over, right? So the final straw for my friend was, and I hope I'm covering everything. This went on for like 2 months, just having this out there trying to sell it. And after the 2 months, all right, let me just tell you what happened. So the final straw was my friend's who's been monitoring the boards, and they were harassing my friend who initially posted it because they thought it was his. So they were like, they started a Facebook page, just like slamming him on it, I believe. But here's my other friend. So he's monitoring all the Facebook groups and all the discussion boards where they're talking about it. It might have been on a Nintendo board or some game board. I couldn't find it on the internet. I'm sure Daryl, I'm not saying the names. I'm sure my friend has pictures and proof. But anyway, the final straw was my friend started seeing posts where people said, I'm going to buy this, and then I'm going to send them back a regular Game Boy Pocket, one without the Braves. Because the only thing that makes this special and rare is this right here, the Braves. Get in the light. The Braves, little axe, and the TBS. I guess it says Superstation. Yeah, logo. They started saying stuff like that, which I think is completely scummy. I think it's horrible and pathetic, and I think the people who were saying this on this board should have immediately been kicked off and banned for life, because they said they're going to commit fraud. They said that they're going to steal something, but of course I'm sure they weren't, right? Everyone's like, yeah, screw him for owning something so awesome and so rare that we can't have for, $20. Whatever. So when my friend saw that, he was like, look, I don't know what to do. I said, you know what? Screw it. Just end the listing, give it back, and I just want to keep it now. I'm done. And my friend was like, you sure? He said like, maybe down the line I would buy it. I'm like, nah, dude, you don't have that kind of money, and you're liquidating a lot of your collections. Let's just take it off, and what I'll do is I will sell this privately when I go to conventions. And the thing is, this has been nowhere since they took it off of eBay, because I haven't done any conventions. I haven't done any shows where I thought I would take this out. But I have it. I still have it. It's mine, and I'm going to be taking it out. So if you're serious, right, I will be at the Rutherford Street Fair on Labor Day, Monday, this upcoming Monday. I'll write the date and everything in the title description. There it is. There's condition. Not perfect, but it's really good. I will be there at the Rutherford Street Fair, and I will have this in my showcase, and it will be priced at $1,000. All right? I think I covered everything. I think that's the whole story on that. Yeah, that's it. Okay. If you want to see this, Rutherford Street Fair Monday.